All right, I want to tell you about the old man in our house. So, my family rented a house in rural Kentucky. So it's me and my wife. Got 6 kids from 3 to 18. We moved in this house, and the exterior needed a little bit of love. So, we're just renting the house, but there was a bunch of dirt that had spilled over onto the driveway. And I was shoveling the dirt off of the driveway just to clear it, give ourselves some more room to park the vehicles, ride bikes, whatever. And there's 2 garage doors on this house. The right garage door was shut, left garage door was open. And out of the corner of my eye, I thought I saw someone standing there. And I looked up. There was a guy with a flat hat, a really worn plaid sport coat, red curly hair, smoking a pipe, leaned around the corner, looking at me, watching me. And the best way I can describe this is it was like Magic Eye, for those of you who remember Magic Eye, where if you unfocus your eyes, you can see a 3D image that pops out. It's embedded. And when I tried to focus on this guy, he just poof was gone. So I sat on that for a couple of weeks, and I eventually talked to my wife about it. It was like, hey, I don't know what this means. But I saw this guy in the garage, and maybe this place is haunted or something. I don't know. And she shot me down, said, "No, you're crazy. I don't get any strange feelings in this place. She feels like she's pretty in tune to that kind of stuff. You're crazy." It's like, well, I'm just telling you what I saw. So I sat on it for another week or two, and I start talking to my kids. I asked my daughter, it's like, "Hey, have you seen anything kind of funny here?" She's like, "Yeah, as a matter of fact, I saw the shadow of a guy like peeking his head out of one of the doors in the hallway. Had a really long hallway in this house. And there was a furnace room. And she said he was poking his head out of that furnace room. That's weird. And so go talk to one of my sons independently. Me and my daughter go talk to one of my sons at 16. "Avery, you seen anything funny in this house?" And he's like, "Yeah, matter of fact, I saw a guy in the bathroom. And when I looked at him, I stopped as I was walking down the hallway. He kind of just withered away into nothing under the tub." That's weird. So go to my other son. "Hey, have you seen anything kind of weird in this house?" And he's like, "Yeah, matter of fact, I saw a shadow of a guy sticking his head out of the furnace room looking down the hallway one night." That's weird. So there's 4 people. Um, my wife and I were doing some traveling, and my mom was coming to stay with our kids overnight when we had to be out of town. And so I had asked my mom, because she had stayed over a few times at this point, "You seen anything funny at this house?" And she said, "Well, I didn't want to say anything because I thought you all would think I'm crazy, but I saw the shadow of a man poking his head outside the furnace room in the hallway, just the outline of a guy." It's like, okay, it's 5 people. So, I'm talking to my wife about all this. She still says, "You're crazy." Um, well, lo and behold, a few weeks after that, we were in the kitchen doing some dishes, cleaning up. All the other kids were in bed. And she just kind of abruptly walks into the living room from the kitchen, turns around, comes straight back. She's like, "Oh my God, I just saw the guy." It's like, "What'd you see?" She said she saw the red hair caught her attention. She thought it was one of our sons who has a couple of red shirts, and she thought it was him. Tall guy, which is what I saw too, tall guy. Said he just walked past the door into the living room. She goes in the living room, there's nobody there. So there's 6 people seen him. And just a couple weeks after that, my mom saw him again. My daughter had made a lemon cake. It was sitting on the island, and my mom went to let the dog out at night on another one of those overnight stays. And she said that she walked into the kitchen, and he was standing there, leaned over that cake, smelling it. And same kind of thing, but she saw more definition like I did. Same outfit, smoking a pipe or a cigar. She said she really couldn't make that out. With the flat kind of Scottish Irish hat, plaid worn sport coat, and he withered away under the dishwasher. So, I mean, 6 people, multiple sightings. My daughter had another instance where she saw this a full figure at the end of the hallway. We've moved out of that house, and I had always heard you need to talk those people to the other side. So that's what I tried to do after I had the U-Haul completely packed up. I talked them over. Matter of fact, I've sold something on Marketplace, and I asked the one of the guys that came to pick this up said, "Hey, I'm really good friends with the guy who lived here before." And on a whim, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to throw it out there. Did he say anything about this place being haunted? And he said, no, my buddy never said anything about it, but I'll ask him and message you back. Well, he messaged me back a couple hours later saying, yeah, my buddy said he never had any issues there, but he's had, when he lived there, he had a few family members die in this house. I said, was one of them an old man that smoked a pipe? And he said, yeah, matter of fact, old man with red hair, his grandpa had passed away in this house. I said, did he smoke a pipe? He said, yep, sure did. So I really feel like this was this guy's grandpa. And on our way out, U-Haul was loaded, house was empty. Said my piece, said, hey, mister, I think you've passed away, and I think you need to go to the other side. So I hope you find some peace, and I hope you did. Not heard anything from the landlord or anybody else there, but hope he found his way. Truth is stranger than fiction, for sure.